The old Baron's writing desk. Old Baron's writing desk. I wonder what's in there. Great Caesar's ghost! It's addressed to me. I wonder what those keys unlock. A few papers referring to household matters. Mr. Ripley, this interesting item came into my possession quite by accident last year while I was in China. I thought it might amuse you. To the best of my knowledge, it is the cheapest stamp ever struck, worth but 4/1000ths of one of your American pennies. Please accept it with my compliments. I look forward to meeting you in person soon to plan our great adventure tackling the mysteries of the first emperor's tomb. Signed, Otto, 6th Baron von Seltzow. I would have enjoyed seeing this thing through with you, Baron. I'm sorry it wasn't meant to be. Worth only a fraction of a cent. How wonderful! The billiard table's a beauty. Used to play a little 8-ball myself when I was a lad. A red billiard ball. Luckily for anyone wanting to play, it is not shaped like the ace of spades. Everything necessary for a challenging game of billiards. A vertical rack of billiard balls with a hole at the top. The cabinet is closed. That won't work. Locked. Parcheesi, Mahjong, Chinese checkers, and that new game Monopoly. It's rather fun. I wonder if it'll catch on. A table with a lamp on it. The billiard table's a beauty. Used to play a little 8-ball myself when I was a lad. So the Baron believes that ace of spades looks slightly different than the rest of the wallpaper design. A 2-button switch. I know I don't smoke, but cigarettes certainly make you look sophisticated. I wonder if they're as good for your health as the scientists claim. A common 2-button switch. A box of fine Cubano cigars. Judging by the ace of spades on the box, I'd bet they're the old Baron's special blend. A vent, probably to draw off cigar smoke. An ashtray. A chain with a little spade as a handle. A built-in lighter. A rectangular hole. A round hole. The periodic table. I had to memorize every last one of the elements when I was a boy. It's the kind of useless knowledge schools insist on cramming into your brain. A steel door. It reminds me of the hatch on a warship or a bank vault door. There's a large pivot depending from the ceiling. An armored steel cabinet with no sign of a keyhole or any mechanism for opening it. A metal rod runs from a piston in the ceiling through the top of the cabinet. A piston set into the table. Beneath the table, tubing runs from the piston to one of two brass nozzles. A second tube runs up through the table to an axle of some sort. The axle is attached to a large gear. A huge gear with an axle attached to it. I wonder what experiments that eccentric old gentleman conducted at this table. The pump is connected to a compressed air tank. The sink has been stained with countless chemicals. What on earth is that? A metal rod of some sort with a serrated tip bent at a 90-degree angle. The other end is a solid two-pronged fork. There's a drawer in the work table. One of the few things in this incredible room I recognize. That's a length of ordinary garden hose. A handle with tapered wooden ends and a threaded hole in its metal center. Surgical tubing. A rubber plug. A thick glass bottle with many curious features. It's girded with an iron support of some kind. There are 3 small holes set in its sides. The largest opening is at the top. About the only thing unremarkable about it is the familiar shape. Say, what's that at the bottom of the glass? A huge emerald set in a brooch. The brooch pin is stuck in a cork. The accursed Romanov emerald. I found it! It's some sort of pivot bolted to the tabletop. The faucet handle. The faucet handle fits snugly on the air valve.